Hi guys, Nathan here from Cornerstone FX. We're going to do another market review. Bear with me today because the markets have already been moving. They've been moving quite hectically. So we are going to go across a couple of time frames here. So starting here with Euro USD, very simply and clearly you can see we are in a nice uptrend, or rather a bullish market. So at least this one is very simple. What I'm waiting for is for price to break these highs, because we've already broken a major structural high. So, and it does look like we've already gotten some indication of upward momentum, but this area here has not been broken. So what I'm simply waiting for is for price to break above. If we can get break and close above here, I'll then be looking to trade price to weekly or daily highs. Let me look for our take profit over here on the daily. We'd be looking to take profits first around these areas over here, and then major structural highs over here. So that is my outlook here on Euro USD. Very simply, if I drop down to the 1 hour time frame, you'll see a bit clearer that we are in a 1 hour time frame consolidation. So I am waiting for a break close above these levels, these wicks over here. Then I'll be looking for a trade to this major high and this major high after, if we can get a close above this area over here. So that's my outlook on Euro USD. Going to Euro GBPJPY. GBPJPY, I'll have to go to the daily time frame here so you can see it clearly. We got a major break above this area. If you can remember from the previous weeks where we didn't post, unfortunately, because we did have some technical difficulties. But if you were looking at the charts, we had a consolidation around this area. We were actually anticipating that price would break and eventually close above, and then we would continue trading it up. We didn't get the whole week last week. We had a consolidating market. We broke finally this week and we shot all the way up. This is just today. This candle represents the whole day today. So it's been very strong. I'm actually, because I was analyzing this earlier today, I actually am thinking I will look for an entry simply because we have closed above these wicks over here. So if I drop to my entry time frame, you will see I'll wait for this close, and if this closes strong like this, because on the 15-minute, as you can see, we had a strong push up, as you saw in the higher time frames. We created a level, finally broke above that level, a retest of that level, and this candle, if it closes like this, indicates bullish momentum, and I'll look for a buying opportunity after the final close of this, and my entry will look something like this. My entry will be around here. My stops are just below these wicks, and my targets again, my targets, I'm going to have to look, because price has been moving quite strong. I even have to look for my targets on the weekly time frame. And this is what we're anticipating. We're anticipating that price will come to these weekly highs. Because if I look back, I have to actually go quite far back to get a target area. So I am, because there is no traffic around here, I am quite confident that we will see price reach these highs. It's just a thing of being careful whether we will get a retest of this area first, or if price has already done that and is going to continue moving up. So have a look at this pair. Be careful because price is moving quite strong. We'll just have to analyze what happens here. See, I was actually confident that we will get an entry around these areas, but I'll shooting this video now. I would probably not have entered just because price shot up that strong and kind of wanted to go back down. I'll just wait for another candle to indicate that we still have momentum pushing up after this. If I can get a candle, something like this, engulfing, even closing above these wicks, actually, this week over here, I'll be confident to enter trade to go up. All right, guys, hopefully I didn't overcomplicate this analysis for you, but very simply, what you can also do is wait for price to come back down and clearly make a clear retest before moving all the way up. All right. Bear with me, like I said, price is quite strong, especially on the GBP pairs. So GU here, again, we're gonna have to drop or go to the higher time frames to get a clear indication of what is happening. GU finally broke above these areas here. If you look at this area clearly, you'll see that it's been a strong area. Price has been failing to break above this area for a long period of time. I am on the daily time frame. We finally broke and it shot all the way up today. So I'm just going to be patient, waiting for two things, either waiting for a strong pullback down to these areas. Alternatively, I'll just wait for price to break above this key area, retest it, and then give me a continuation to the upside. With this, again, I'll have to go to the higher time frames to look for a target area, but I will be targeting, especially if the target area seems to be quite high, I'll be targeting my normal 1 to 3 risk to reward ratio. A bit more simple than GU, this one. I hope it's clear to you, for you to see as well. All right, moving along to EURCAD. EURCAD, we have been strong bearish on EURCAD. As you can see, we had an area here where we had anticipated, or I had anticipated price would retest and then go down, but instead price came all the way to these structural highs here and then now beginning to push down. So very simply, what I'm waiting to see here from EURCAD is a retest of this area and then a continuation down. Fairly simple here, because it's broken below this areas clearing, so it is showing indications of strong bearish pressure. Following our rules, like I said, just waiting for a clear retest. Maybe price will push a bit further down, come back up for a clear retest, and then continuation further down. All right, so that's my analysis on EURCAD. And the last pair we're going to analyze today is AUD USD. Let me just reset my charts here. Okay, on AUD USD again, market we're consolidating around these areas. We finally got a break above, indicating strong bullish pressure. Price is moving up. Price at the current state is coming down. We'll wait. I'm waiting for one of two things. Well, actually waiting for three things to happen. As you can see, price is moving down right now, creating a lower, rather a lower high over here. So we'll see if we get a reaction off of this 1 hour key area, and then I'll wait for price to change structure before entering this market. So I will be looking for something like this. Alternatively, price could come down to these 4-hour key areas before indicating to us that we will be moving up. So in which case I'll be waiting for price to come down, create structure, break above these areas again, and then around this area, I'll look for a buy-in opportunity. I hope this was not too complicated. I hope you understood my analysis today. I hope I was able to give you some insight. Again, guys, always, like I say, plan your trades and trade your plans. Until the next one, take care.
What's up, guys? Brandon here from Cornerstone FX, and as per usual, I'll be taking over from here with our pre-market analysis for the week ahead. As you can see, I am on EURJPY, and I'll start it off right here. With this specific pair, we are in a current uptrend. As you can see, making higher highs, higher lows, higher highs. What we are seeing right now is a potential higher low right over here. However, we broke above, making a higher high. I was expecting a lower low, a higher low right here. Let's do this. And then continuing up in this fashion. However, as you can see with our previous 4-hour candle, we had a very big bearish closure back below this zone. So at this point in time, I am waiting for price to give me some clear indication. We could see that happen, continue happening, or what we could see is that break. This is the retest happening right now, creating a lower low, a lower high, and then making a lower low, lower high, lower low right till there. So I am going to be not monitoring this on a 1-hour chart, 30-minute chart, to see if we have changed market structure from the a high to a lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high. And if we have changed market structure, that is what I'll be looking at to then, only once I see clear market structure that has changed, that is where I'll be entering my trade right there to go down. However, if we continue back making higher highs, higher lows, I'll be looking for an entry to the upside on this specific pair. That is EURJPY. Jumping down to GBPJPY. As Nathan said, the markets have been moving quite aggressively already for the day that we are analyzing. We were, struggling to break this zone right here, and when we finally broke it, as you can see, this orange line right here is my alert. I was waiting for a retest to continue up to this daily zone, which we hit perfectly. However, we didn't get a retest. Obviously, you are at this point well aware. We wait for the break, retest, and we continue up. We did not get a retest at this area. So at this point, I did not enter a buy on this. However, we have reached our my daily zone right here. As you can see, we have reacted quite nicely to it with a nice bearish engulfing candle, but we are still in an uptrend. So with the same with this, I am going to have to see clear market structure to see it making lower lows, lower highs, potentially enter there to go all the way back here, and then that will be my targeted areas. A potential entry, if I do get a lower high, would be something along these lines with a, yep, it does give me a 1 to, at least I always look for a 1 to 3 minimum trade risk to reward. If I don't get that, I don't enter the trade. That is clear rules that we trade with here at Cornerstone FX. We don't get a 1 to 3, we don't take the trade. So this is potentially what we could be looking for, and we will update you with the recap later this week as to what we were able to catch. But this is currently my analysis. However, like I said, if we do continue with bullish momentum, it's simple. I'll have to see a clear break again above this daily zone, a retest to continue back up, making higher highs and higher lows. So that'll be That's the two scenarios that I am looking for. The only reason I would consider sells is, like I said, if we change market structure, creating lower lows, lower highs to continue back down. But we are still in a bullish structure, higher highs, higher lows. This could be a pullback, making a higher low, and then continuing back up, back to our new levels on GBP JPY. If I go down to NZDCAD, as you can see right now, we were approaching our weekly zone right here. We haven't quite touched it, but as you can see, we are in some type of consolidation. So we haven't broken to the downside, I haven't broken to the upside. We're in this range, and how we trade a range is either break retest to the upside, so something like this, and continue back up, or we can then do the exact same here at the bottom, break retest, continue down, because we were initially in a downtrend. As you are aware, we're in a downtrend in some type of consolidation. So if we continue to the downside, break retest, we'll enter there and continue down, or we will look for the break retest to continue back up to our daily level right there. That is then NZDCAD. The last chart that I will look at with you guys is USDJPY. Now on this specific pair, I am currently in a trade. I've got a trade running on this, and I am running in profit, as you can see. How I entered this trade, let me break it down for you guys. As you can see, we were in an uptrend right here. Let me take this out quickly. So we were in an uptrend, creating higher highs, higher lows. And then right around here, this area right here, as you can see, we failed to make new higher highs. We made a higher low, and we failed to make a higher high right there. So what I saw was market structure changing, and as you can see, we were in a downtrend right there, and with this candle confirmed my analysis that we were in a downtrend. So right here we broke this zone right there, broke it with a strong bearish closure, bearish candle, touching this zone right here, and then we moved back up, retesting. So what I did was I pulled a fib from the last high, sorry, wrong one. I pulled a fib from the last high to the low, and right there, the golden zone is right here. I didn't get an entry right there. I'll go down. Took this entry on the 1 hour. Let me give you the exact entry point I took this and why I took it. So I pulled my fib, and as you can see, from the high to the low, we got a nice pullback to there, and as we entered that zone, we got a nice bearish wick and a bearish closure. I then entered on that closure of that candle. My stops just above here, so we're at about a 16, 17 pip stop, and what was 16 pips? Let me just get this right. Well, about just over 15 pips. Stop loss and targets right down back to this wick, to this zone right here. When trading a fib, you are and you can trade it to the -27 or the -61. For this specific trade, I was getting a 1-to-4 risk to reward ratio, which I was happy with. So I am running break even on this trade because as I entered, we had a nice bearish push, and we continued, and that is where we got my 1-to-1 was right over here. So I went to break even right there, and we pushed further down, which was a 1-to-2, I believe. Yep, almost 1-to-2, 1 to 1.9. So I am break even on this trade at the moment. I'm hoping we can still get more bearish momentum to reach our final targets. I do see that we are creating some sort of structure on the 1 hour, making a bullish trend right there. However, if we do continue with our bearish momentum, let me just take this out to make it a lot cleaner. If we do continue with bearish momentum, where we can potentially enter this trade, if you'd like to hop on, is we're going to wait for a break of that trend line, a retest around here, and then continuation back here. And as I said, we can go further down on this as well. So like I said, I am break even on this trade. I'm not too worried about it. I am bearish on this pair because as you can see, we did have a big bearish push right there. This is now then the lower high. So lower low, lower high, and we are waiting for that lower low right again around these areas right now. Well, guys, that's it from us for this week with our pre-market analysis. I hope this was helpful. I hope you were able to gain something from this. We have something exciting coming up for you guys. We are going to be releasing an educational video later this week along with the recap. So before I let you go, please like, share, and subscribe. Have a great trading week, and we will see you on the next one. Cheers.